Hey, what's up guys, and welcome back to another Genshin Impact video. And what I've got for you today is probably one of my favorite events making a reappearance in Genshin Impact. You can probably tell from how excited I am in my voice that this is the Theater Mechanicus, and honestly, I love this event. This is absolutely amazing. And let me just do a quick explanation before I actually get into it. So, for those who don't know what it is, who didn't play it the first time, Theater Mechanicus first came to us in on the New Year's event with the Xiao Lantern Festival. And what this is that if you've ever played Bloons Tower Defense or Orcs Must Die on Steam, this is identical. You're playing a tower defense game in Genshin Impact. And now for those, now going back onto affecting everyone, Theater Mechanics now has been reworked and made more intuitive, more fun, and works better. Even in the little quest that you do to get introduced to it, they actually tell you that it's been reworked and it's now a better game than it was before. And from the little trial, like little test run that you do, I can confirm that it does feel a bit better. Some of the towers, or the one tower that you can use in that little introduction quest, that one tower, the Animo Tower, actually does function and work better than it previously did. So, without rambling anymore, let's actually get into explaining everything that you have to do and what it actually is, and let's get into it. Going into explaining the Theater Mechanicus, how it works now, it is much different from when it was previously. So there's a few fundamental changes that have happened to how you upgrade your towers and how you level up and gain kind of power in this event. Previously in Theater Mechanicus on the New Year's event, you would gain currency from playing Theater Mechanicus, which then you could use to upgrade your towers level by level, them each going up one by one, till they were all powerful and you could easily do the next stage, or you could attempt the next stage with confidence. How it works now is that every time you do Theater Mechanicus, or you do a stage of it, you gain a certain amount of Mechanicus Mastery points, or XP, which then levels up your Mechanicus Mastery, pardon the stuttering. Each level of Mechanicus Mastery boosts your kind of power in some way, so that could go from having more initial funds to build more turrets, or you could have more lives, so you go from 20 to 25 lives, or you could have more wondrous sticks, which I'll get into in a second, per choice. You could reduce the redraw cost of your wondrous sticks. You could get different buffs that aren't direct turret buffs. Going into the actual wondrous sticks, which are your actual turret buffs, this is the way you're going to be leveling up and powering up your turrets throughout each run in Theater Mechanicus. So, pretty much what this is, when you go into Theater Mechanicus, you can press T and you'll get the option of, at the start, 3 different cards. Each card tells you what it does, and each card costs a certain amount of Mechanicus currency. And this is the way you're going to be buffing them. So some of the cards might say, increase the elemental mastery of this turret. One of them might say, increase the range or the detection area of this turret, meaning that it will have a larger range. Some of the cards might say, increase the attack speed of certain turrets. This is how you're going to be upgrading your damage throughout Theater Mechanicus. Is strictly throughout through these cards, and that's pretty much it. There's no more buying turrets or leveling them up. It's just strictly kind of RNG based. You've got different tiers of turrets, or different tiers of these, mystic sticks that you can get, which upgrade your turrets in different ways, and you unlock more mystic sticks as you actually level up your Mechanicus Mastery. And going on to the actual stages themselves, there's about 10 stages, and you unlock them in intervals of 4, 8, and then 2. So we have the first 4 available now, the second 4 available in about 16 hours, and then the last 2 stages available in 2 days. In this first video, I'll be covering the first stage, but throughout this whole day of recording, I'll be covering all 4 of the first stages, so the Autumnal Resplendence, Springtide, Advent, and Dream Pavilion. Those will be coming later in the day, but for now, this video will be covering the Slumbers, Spirits, Bridge, and I'll be going over the initial strategy, and then if I need to, I will actually make a separate clip of me showing you a very good strategy in getting a stage done. But for this video, it's actually just one strategy that I'll be showing you, which is very good, using Hydro and Electro towers with a few crack shots in there, which is the physical tower. But before we jump into the Slumber Spirits Bridge, let's talk about the event shop and the event currency really quickly. Jumping into the shop here, we've got a fair few things that we can buy, but literally not too much. So what we've got here is we can buy 7 sets of 60 Primo Gems, which equates to about, how much is that? 420, I think it is. 420 Primo Gems. And then we've got 10 of each of the blue Inazuma level or talent level up books, sorry. And then we've got 20 heroes wit and 200,000 Mora that we can buy with this currency here called the Wondrous Talisman, which you get through the Theater Mechanicus event. And how you get that currency to buy in the shop is when you come down here to the event rewards in the actual event menu here. You come down to Theater Mechanicus event rewards, and there's certain tasks that you have to do to get certain currency. So here you have reach level 3, 6, and 10, defeat 500, 2,000 opponents, spend a total of 20,000 Mechanicus points, 50,000 Mechanicus points, complete a stage on difficulty 5 or above without building more than 12 Mechanici, which are the turrets, complete stage 7 while losing less than 15 of your lives, complete stage 9 without losing less than 15, obtain at least 400 Mechanicus Mastery XP in stage 2, obtain at least 400 in stage 4, obtain 400 in stage 6, 400 in stage 8, and then 400 in stage 10. Quite easy challenges. I'm gonna assume these don't seem too difficult from what I can assume after doing a bit of the event. One of the more difficult ones is going to be complete a stage on difficulty 5 without building more than 12, because that's going to require a specific strategy. But honestly, not going to be too difficult. I'll try to, as the stages come out, also give a guide on the best way to do these specific tasks, but that's going to all come in with the release of different stages. Currently, we can only do a fair few of these, or a handful of these, but yeah, that's how you get the currency. It's these challenges here. Alright, so in terms of team composition, this can actually be kind of important, but also not really. Depends on how like into it you are, because your characters can actually attack the enemies and move them around, if memory serves correct. I'm not going to really focus on team composition, just really play whatever you like. I'm just going to go with whatever was there. And when you get in here, you're greeted with what you'll expect in this first round. So enemy routes, this is what you'll expect in the first round here. We're getting Healy Chills. When you get in here, you'll be greeted with a massive area. That the blue portal right there is your portal, pretty much your hearts or your base. You don't want the enemies to get there. These little things on the ground, the areas that you can interact with, this is where you can place your towers. You can place your towers in a lot of places. You can place them down there, around here. You can place a lot of towers. But if you look at the left of your screen here, you'll see that you can only place a total of 14. So you can't actually have a tower on every single spot. You can have a total of 14. Now, a good strategy that I'll actually try to mimic from the previous Theater Mechanicus is a Hydro Tower here, and then an Electro Tower here. This is one that worked very well in the previous Theater Mechanicus, so I'm going to try to mimic it here. We'll do another Hydro Tower here, and an Electro here. We've got a bunch of different towers, but for now, we'll just try this. If we press T here, though, this will bring up those cards that we were talking about. You got a draw Wondrous Stick, draw Wondrous Sticks. So we'll have a look here. So what do we got? This is Maelstroms. This is for the Hydra. You can tell which element it's for by the little symbol here. And upgrades Rippling and Reflections attack. We'll go for this one because we're using Hydro Towers. So we'll grab that. Confirm. We'll draw again, that refreshes it. Upgrades Furious Discharge's attack speed. So we've got Electro Towers, and I'll upgrade its attack speed there. And I'm pretty sure you can pretty much take an infinite amount of these, but they do cost little things here. The Mechanicus, I'm pretty sure they're called. I'll take another Hydro attack increase. Don't want any of those. Detection range and AoE. Yeah, we'll take that. Why not? And we'll actually, it's starting now. We got the round starting, so we'll actually just wait here. And so the reason this one's actually super good is because Hydro wets them all, and Electro will do the whole chain damage thing. That's the reason I actually suggest this build early on, or at least for specifically Hilichurl enemies and slow moving enemies. And also, if you're very interested in min-maxing, Anemo characters are super good, seeing as you can actually, like, Sayu isn't the best, I'll say that, because she doesn't have a suck-up attack, but something like a Venti or a Kazuha can make dealing with Hilichurls extremely easy. And this is pretty much the general gist of what you'll be doing throughout the whole event. You'll be waiting for enemies slowly to make their way through the thing as they're getting damaged by your turrets. And actually, I will say this, you can be placing turrets midway through, you're not limited to placing turrets just one by one in the down phase. You can actually just place them whenever you want. So let's just put like two more turrets down there, like the Hydra ones, and just watch that all happen like that. For the very early stages, that's actually a really strong thing to do, is just place your turrets at the front and they'll just die easily. Here we've got different enemies now. So we've got Helichels, and then we've got Hydra Samochels. The opponents will regenerate 20% of their HP when they're nearby. And so we still got the same route. Enemies are still coming from that one portal here. And so we'll leave those turrets there, and then we'll start placing over here. So we've got those other Helichels, the healers. I might place a crack shot here because I fires an arrow dealing 75% physical damage on hit. We'll place 2 of these, why not? That feels alright. I don't mind those. They look alright, they look cool. But we'll leave those 2 like that, and then we'll place another Electro just to keep in theme. And then what does this do? The charity. Nearby opponents have their movement speed decreased by 20% when they're okay, that's cool. Okay, well I don't think we need anything much more. We'll just have a look at a few more cards, because I believe there's no way to check which cards you have. I can see here that I have 5 cards, but I don't know if I can check which cards I specifically have. Maybe here. No. There's no way to check really which cards you have, but we'll just go into it and we'll just see what we want. No, we don't have any ammo. Yeah, we'll take that. Why not? Hydro, increase it even more. Electro, attacks hit an additional 1 target, more AoE damage. Insufficient Mechanicus, absolutely fine. We'll start it up then. You press P to start the next round early, and then you just let it all go. And this is pretty much all that happens. So in the downtime, I'll actually just be putting it in a time-lapse fashion, because you're just waiting for turrets to actually shoot enemies. So there's no point in really dilly-dallying. So enjoy any downtime, any time-lapsed downtime that means. And here we are, different enemies. Now we've got some Ice Shield, Helichels, Ice Shield, Ice Shield. That means that we might need to do a bit of a change of strategy. Instead of having Hydro turrets, we might need to switch it over to some Pyro turrets here, which I'll actually do now. Reconstruct, reconstruct. Boom, boom, boom. There you go. We've got double Pyro turrets. I think that's going to be super handy. And we're going to go back into the card selection here and see what we can get. In terms of actual thing, we'll get more attack speed for this, I guess, maybe. Oh, this is like a legendary option. Okay, Crackshot gains a new ability, periodically marks one nearby enemy. The marked opponent will take increased damage and grant increased Mechanicus.
I have a few references.
Okay, we'll take that, because we have 2 Crackshots, so why not? And increases attack by 1. So, okay, we'll go with that. And now we can start it. Again, P starts it early. Let's begin, and we'll see what happens.
Quake.
Hopefully the Pyro turrets do me good. We'll have to wait and see. They're quite slow moving. Oh, yep, there they are. Pyro turret did a bit of a lob. Sends it in. It's mainly to get rid of the shields. You can actually damage the shields yourself if you're very interested in min-maxing. You don't have to wait for them. It's really up to you if you want to do this. You can actually jump in here and just destroy the shields yourself with a Pyro character. Really up to you if you want to do that. I kind of don't really mind too much. I have trust in my turrets. I have trust in them. Look at that. They're just absolutely melting them. The Pyro turrets are lobbing. The crack shots are cracking. There you go. It's not too difficult. It's a game of waiting. Well, there we go. Wave 3 completed. Moving on to the last one. The last wave is going to have only Ruin Guards. That's a big thing. HP falls below 50. They will recover 50 of their HP, or 50% of the HP after 10 seconds. That's quite a lethal ability. But we can place another 5 turrets. So, let's not be stingy. Let's actually look at what we can place. Maybe I'll place a few things back here, but maybe also I will see what the Geo turret uses, because... Is there even a Geo turret? This Geo symbol here. There was a Geo symbol, wasn't there? Or was it this thing? Okay, it was that thing. Okay. Well, then maybe I'll look at maybe possibly using... Maybe putting another crack shot here for physical damage. Physical damage is always good. And then maybe just spending the rest of our stuff upgrading our turrets. Upgrades the crack shot's detection range, allowing me to attack opponents from further away. That sounds absolutely amazing. Upgrade the Inferno's attack speed. Sure. Decreases Glacial Bloom's attack level. Okay. So there you go. If you're wondering what the fickle thing means, or the purple text, that means when you buy or use, get something that has that purple affix, it will have that positive on it, but it will also have a sort of negative on it. It will have that massive positive of having increased attack rate, but it will have that bit of negative by reducing the cryo turret's attack damage. Got 150 up here. We can't really get anything, so we'll just end it. And hopefully these crack shots can actually carry us to victory here.
Right.
We have to defeat a total of 3 of these big ruin guards here. But look at that. They're absolutely melting. Doing God's work here. Look at that. Amazing. Look at that. Beautiful. Another one coming through. You can buy cards midway through. I just did notice that.
But where are those?
I don't really mind this. I don't really care much about this. If you have faith in your turrets, you won't need to do that. But you know, just for fun, let's have a look at what we can do here. Buy more fire detection range. Buy more fire detection range. They're throwing from across the country. Look at that. These pyro turrets usually have a small range, but they're lobbing it from across the continent. And there you go. That was the first stage of the Theater Mechanicus. That was a pretty easy way of doing it. That was I actually found that was actually a good strategy. Start off with the Electro-Hydro combination just for the first few stages, and then move on to something stronger when you start encountering the Summer-Churls and the big Helichurls with the shields. If we exit the Theater Mechanicus, we're going to see what we can do, because I'm actually not 100% familiar with what you can do, so let's actually have a gander at what we can. Jump up here into this little thing here. You've got an event shop, obviously. There you go. And going into the event details. Okay. Okay, whoops, my bad. Pressed the wrong button. But there is the first challenge. I'm actually not even going to do that like ultimate setup for the like final part, because that in itself, what you just saw, was pretty much, I'd say, a set of turrets that I would actually recommend to you guys. Start off with the Hydro Electro combo if you're trying to get it done really easily. Like start off with that Electro Hydro, deals with the Helichurls very easily. And then once you start encountering the big Helichurls or the Summer-Churls, switch over to maybe a few crack shots and maybe a few pyro turrets just to get rid of those cryo shields. And then once you start encountering the ruin guards in the final stage, build maybe up 1 or 2 more crack shots just to deal with that single target damage. That is pretty much the strategy I would recommend. But there you have it, guys. That's the first kind of stage of Theater Mechanicus and the whole explanation of Theater Mechanicus. This was quite a lengthy video, mainly because I wanted to explain first everything that you'd have to do and everything that comes with Theater Mechanicus. God. I wanted to explain all the intricacies and all the power-ups and all the buffs that you'd have to get, or how you get them, what they are, mainly because Theater Mechanicus has changed from how it was previously in Genshin Impact. On its launch, it was much simpler. On its first launch, that is, it was much simpler. Now it's a lot more intricate with different ways to buff, and it being a lot more fluid, and the turrets working a lot better. But that's the first stage. The other 3 stages will be coming out within the next few hours. If you did enjoy the video, hit that like button, and if you enjoy this guide type content and explaining conversational style content, hit that subscribe button, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you so much for watching. Have an amazing day. I'll catch you all in the next one, and peace out.